Welcome to this video. Today we are ranking my top 10 greatest comic book films of all time. Now remember, this is my personal list. Let me know in the comments below your list. I want to know. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and let's get into this top 10 list.
Perfect.
SpiderMan. This is the animated film that Warner Brothers have released. And now, I absolutely adore and love this film. What makes it so good and makes it in my top 10 is that there is so much emotion, so much at stake here in this video, and I feel everything. They make me connect with Superman on a human level, because we spend most of the time with him as Clark Kent, and I'm getting to know him as a character and the struggle he's having with Lois. Fast forward, Doomsday arrives, beating up all the Justice League, and Superman has to come in and try and save the day. However, he meets his match. It's a brilliant story. It's seeing Superman not just like decimate people, but actually struggle in a fight and realize, shit, this is actually going to be a lot harder than I think it's going to be. And then we get the final climax. Because I'm already connected with the characters, I feel the emotional weight when Superman does eventually fall and die. And I think it's the perfect way to do the death of Superman. I wish we got this version in live action, but unfortunately Batman v Superman wasn't quite at this level. But however, number 10, the death of Superman. Deadpool 2 comes in at number 9. Yes, I like the second Deadpool more than the first one. I just think the second one had that emotional attachment as well. After we already started to develop and understand what Deadpool was in the first one, the second one expanded upon that, giving us that backstory of what happened to his girlfriend and how he feels about himself. Made him more human, so we can connect with him, with the struggle he's going through. You throw in the comedic lines that just, I think they're on another level in the second one. You throw in the little relationship and bond he gets with the Pyro kid. You just see that dynamic of trying to take him under his wing and make sure that he doesn't go down this dark path that he shouldn't have to go down. It's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. You throw in the X-Men characters that are in it as well, and you've just got yourself a fun, bonkers film. I think the story's great. Cable is fantastic. I love his storyline as well, and the way that he's portrayed. Just everything about Deadpool I thought was so much better. The villains were better. They actually had a sense of purpose about him, and it was just a great, great story. So number 9, Deadpool 2. SpiderMan, the original Sam Raimi film, comes in at number 8. Now this was higher on my list, but after rewatching, I can see the effects don't hold up as much, so I have to knock it down a bit. But however, I still love this story. Still my favorite Spider-Man film. Absolutely love it. I think Green Goblin is a fantastic villain and a very complex villain that was performed very, very well by William Dafoe. I thought he was outstanding. Yes, the comic book suit looks goofy as crap now, but back then it was pretty cool, and I still think it looks cool. I love Peter's arc that he's going through as well. We see the death of Ben, which I thought was fantastic as well. The emotional weight that was there. Seeing Peter struggle, trying to come to terms with what's happening to him. It's a great origin story. Absolutely phenomenal origin story. Great characters, great relationships, and just a perfect, almost near perfect comic book film in my opinion. Absolutely love it. So it comes in at number 8. Days of Future Past comes in at number 7. I absolutely adore this film. Brilliant. This is how you do a good time travel story. Absolutely love it. All the characters, the Magneto. I mean, he is just phenomenal in this film. What makes me love Magneto so much is his ideology that he has. Like, he sees where the world's going and goes, look, they need to either evolve with us or just get the fuck out of our way. And that's Magneto to his core. He's doing what's best for his people. So you have the motive for him. You understand why he's doing what he's doing. I think this was the mark of when Jennifer Lawrence just started to not care. But I think she was pretty decent in this film, so she doesn't drag it too much. But I just think McAvoy was brilliant. Bringing Wolverine back was absolutely fantastic. Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, perfect. Absolutely perfect. The story is great, how they're trying to stop the Sentinels being built so that they can survive in the other timelines and that. It's just so good. I absolutely love this. I have bonkers fun, great characters, great story. Number 7, Days of Future Past. Logan comes in at number 6, and this is an absolutely fan-freaking-tastic film in general. The way they sent off this character was emotional, was just perfect. We have been watching Hugh Jackman as Logan, as Wolverine, for a long time. And we finally got the send-off he deserved. You bring in Patrick Stewart and you have that relationship of Logan and Charles and the way that they bounce off each other. It's such a sad story, a very dark story with hope in it. Brilliantly told, absolutely fantastic. This was probably the best film of the year when it came out, which I think was 2017. It was just an absolute brilliant character study, diving into Logan, seeing him digress as he's degrading because he can't heal, and it's just such a good story. He finds out that there's more mutants being hunted, and he saves them, he sacrifices himself, he goes out like a warrior. It's just so good. The villains have motive. Just everything about Logan is absolutely fantastic. Number 6, Logan. Batman Begins comes in at number 5. I absolutely love this. This is one of the best origin stories ever told. Nolan delivers. But what makes this film so high on my list? Mate, the villain, Ra's al Ghul, is just phenomenal. One of the best comic book villains of all time. He's just so good. He has motive. And he tests Bruce. It's so good to see him test Bruce in a different way. Just absolutely fantastic villain. Bruce's story, growing up, the loss of his father and mother, trying to deal with that. Going away. What I do like what Nolan did really well is they took Bruce Wayne out of there and put him somewhere else, and we watched him grow as a fighter, as his morals are built, as everything about Batman is being born out there while training with Ra's al Ghul. Absolutely phenomenal. But the difference is you see his character change to, I'm not an executioner. And that's where he starts developing that rule like, I'm not out here to kill these criminals. I'm just out here to bring justice and bring them in. My job is not to execute them. And Nolan understood that about the character and delivered brilliantly. You got the connections in there. Alfred is absolutely fantastic when they come down the elevator and he just says to him the line about, why do we fall? So we can learn to pick ourselves up. Like, if that doesn't get you out of your seat and inspire you, I don't know what will. This is just a fantastic comic book film and a fantastic film in general. Number 5, Batman Begins. Yes, Justice League, the Snyder Cut comes in at number 4. To be honest, I never ever thought this film would ever touch my top 10. I was excited for it, but I never ever thought I would be sitting here and putting it in my top 10, let alone my top 5. I just love this film. It is the Justice League I wanted and more. The way that Snyder dives into these characters gives us the backstory of Cyborg. Brilliant. Flash, brilliant. Batman is done so well. Like, I love his arc in this film. Superman is Superman. Wonder Woman is a badass. Aquaman is a badass as well. Steppenwolf has motive. Steppenwolf is a completely different character. Brilliant character. I understand why he's doing things. And sometimes I even side with him and go, you know what? He's been disowned by his family. Like, this guy just wants to get back. He just wants to get home. And he's doing everything he can to give Darkseid what he needs so that he can come home. Brilliant. And I think having Darkseid as that presence just elevated Steppenwolf's character and the narrative and the story in general. It just gave us this, like, okay, this isn't just a little Earth thing. This is like the fate of the universe is right here. It's riding on this. It's just brilliant. The action sequences are great. Just everything about this film is fantastic. The Flash sequence, brilliant. At the end fight, the whole end fight is so much better than 2017, and it's everything I wanted, from Superman landing to just beating Steppenwolf's ass. Brilliant. The way that they ended, Steppenwolf went out like a boss. He didn't go out like a little bitch, being like, oh, I'm scared, the demons are gonna get me. Just the whole narrative of this story, just everything about the Snyder Cut was phenomenal. Yes, you can cut things. I think if you can cut this movie down to 3 hours and 30 minutes, and it would absolutely bang, and it probably would move up. There is a few scenes you could cut, but overall, as a film, I loved everything about this. The Joker Batman scene is typical Joker and Batman. It's brilliant. Them playing chess with each other's minds, pushing the buttons to the point, giving us a bit more backstory to what happened between them two. It's brilliant. I just love the Snyder Cut, and it's number 4 for me. Man of Steel comes in at number 3. I absolutely adore this film. This is a masterpiece. All of these next 3 are all masterpieces, in my opinion. They're all 10s. They're brilliant. I love this version of Superman. Snyder gave me the perfect version I was looking for. Down to earth, grounded in reality. Someone I can relate to, someone I can look up to, someone that can inspire. Brilliant. I just love this story. The way that they portrayed. I know some people don't like the way Jonathan Kent's portrayed, but I'm here to tell you that scene where he sacrificed his life to conceal Clark's secret because he knows the world's not ready for us to understand who Clark is. Like, that would scare the shit out of everyone. He's willing to sacrifice himself, and even in the car when they're having the fight, and he basically says, you're not my father, you're not my family. Like, to him then still to be able to do that is so emotional. And as a father, it really hits me a lot harder. I cry in that scene all the time. It's just so emotional, so powerful. And when Clark says to Lois, I let my father die because I trust him. It's just phenomenal. It is phenomenal. And just the way that when he's in the ship and his father says, look, and he looks and he's like, Lois, he's like, you can save her. You can save all of them. It's just some powerful stuff. The score is, Hans Zimmer's score is just fucking phenomenal. Man of Steel is just so good. Zord as a villain is brilliant. One of the best comic book villains of all time. He has motive. I understand what he's doing. And what makes him even better is he believes he's the hero of the story. He's there trying to save Krypton, while Clark is trying to save Earth and the human race. And you have this battle because they're both the heroes of their story. It's just so good. It's just so good. So number 3, Man of Steel. Joker comes in at number 2. I love this film. I thought it was the best film when it came out. I thought in 2019 it came out. It was just an absolutely brilliant psychology thriller. So good. Diving into this character of Arthur Fleck and putting him in a society that doesn't give a fuck. What could go wrong? And what makes this film so good is it's so realistic and down to earth that this could actually happen in our society today. The way that this person is treated and pushed to the absolute brink of his limit to where he just snaps. Fucking brilliant storytelling. Absolutely fantastic character. I loved everything about this film. It's gorgeous looking. The music, the score is phenomenal. It is top notch. So sickening, but so brilliant at the same time. We see Arthur Fleck go through this journey of heartbreak, just trying to fit into society, but being constantly made fun of, not being able to be helped, just being thrown under the bus, constantly losing in life, never getting a win, and he just snaps. And then when he puts on that scene in the elevator, when he's got it all on, and he's there, and he's just like, cool, I'm here. And it's just the stair scene, brilliant, everything about it. I just love this film. It's such an eye-opener. It's such a dark film. It's such a grubby, like, you just need to have a shower because it's so heavy. It's just so phenomenally great. Absolutely brilliant. And Joaquin Phoenix, what can you say about this guy's performance? World class. A world-class performance. He is one of the scariest people when he's in this type of role. Just, I love Joker. And it's number 2 for me. The Dark Knight comes in at number 1. Arguably, considered by many, the greatest comic book film of all time. And I mean, Nolan just understands everything. What I love about The Dark Knight is Nolan gets, and Christian Bale gets, that Batman has 3 personalities. He's got the Batman personality, the Bruce Wayne personality of in the public eye, and then the Bruce Wayne that Alfred and what's her name? God, now I forgot. Rachel see. That side of Bruce Wayne, the vulnerable side. Just this film is fucking phenomenal. The story is great, and what makes this film so good is the use of the Joker. Heath Ledger delivers the performance of his career. Absolutely stunning. Deserved the Oscar. His Joker is so good. And it's the perfect counter to Batman. And he understood their relationship. And like, he delivers the line at the end there where he's like, I need you, to Batman. I need you and you need me. Like, we're destined to do this back and forth. It's some phenomenal stuff. And the way that Nolan was able to use Harvey Dent and then being able to use Joker to manipulate him to turn into Two-Face, the ending, the characters, everything about The Dark Knight is just absolutely phenomenal. I think this is probably the best it is the best comic book film, but it is damn right near the most perfection comic book film of all time. This is the most inspiring, the score, everything about this film, I just absolutely love and adore. And The Dark Knight comes in at number 1. So let me know in the comments below, what do you guys think of my list? What is your list? Let me know. Smash the like button. And remember, it's all opinion based. This is my personal list. Don't forget to click subscribe while you're there as well. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.